These are going to be things that I didn't necessarily like, but they don't worry me that much. Like all the betas I've played, this one has had its fair share of glitches. Despite that, it was mostly fine. I didn't run into too many myself, but that doesn't mean they didn't exist. I've seen plenty of clips, and I've heard plenty from the community. I don't want to talk about it too much considering the fact that it's going to be something we have to see more of on release. But I do hope that they get some of those bugs patched because my god are some of them fucking annoying. Especially one where you like bounce off the ground when you drop off the surfaces and shit. That shit was so annoying. Now bringing the topic of movement back up, I prefer the more traditional movement, but I'm not entirely against the movement, if that makes any sense. I'm just more concerned about what the community will do with the movement and what direction it'll go in. The weapon balance felt pretty fine for the most part. I will bring up that shotgun definitely needs a fucking nerf. In regards to sniping, I do feel like the sniper glint could be toned down a little bit. But in return, I feel like the sweet spot mechanic should be removed. The Liberation Peak map was extremely annoying to play when there was plentiful amounts of snipers, and it felt like there was nothing you could do unless you were in a tank or if you were a sniper yourself. I personally don't like that. I personally also don't like sweet spot mechanics with snipers. I feel like the only full health one-shot should come from a headshot. I could elaborate more on this, but that would have to be another video, and I know I'm probably going to get some criticism for that, and I'm definitely willing to talk more about it, but I don't want to spend too much time on the lesser issues. We don't have a full idea of what all the maps will look like, but I do have some concerns with the maps. While I thought the maps were fairly decent, I would like to see some larger maps, like in Battlefield 4. I really hope that they aren't trying to mainly target the newly found COD audience, which is something I will bring up later. I'm also concerned for how the game will be played with all the new players. I don't want to throw shade at other game communities because all communities have bad actors. However, I hope the newfound popularity for Battlefield doesn't spread bad habits even more, like people not capturing flags. Don't get me wrong, Battlefield has always had people who don't play the fucking objective, but I hope it doesn't become a majority of players. I happen to really like the PTFO culture of Battlefield. Another nitpick is that I don't like the fact that both sides use the same vehicles. It just feels kinda lazy in my opinion. Unless this is further explored in the lore, it's going to bug me a little bit. I also prefer the more direct settings in Battlefield, like US versus Russia, as compared to NATO versus a PMC group. I didn't like the whole no-pat thing 2042 is going for either. I'll wait before casting too much judgment on this because maybe the campaign will tie all of it together nicely. This is more of a personal gripe and not a major issue.